What up, y'all?
Hey.
How's it going, man?
I'm good. And you?
Good. Welcome all to Geektastic Cypher. Sorry, I'm so used to having Brian do that as an intro. I forgot to even name the show. But your boys are here, Wendell and Dave, for your entertainment. We know Skiing's going to be on his way soon. But, sir, how's been your week?
It's been good. A little bit of back and forth from the office and here, so a little annoying. Some wasted time going back and forth, but all in all, it's a little hectic, a little busy, but good. We're good.
No, we just got an announcement that by end of the month, we're going from a 2-day having to go to a 3-day having to go. And I'm not liking this trend.
Oh, no.
I'm very much not liking this trend. What are you going to do, But
yeah.
at the same time, maybe we should get a little COVID back. This umpteenth wave. Shutting everyone
COVID?
down a little bit. Just sprinkle a little COVID.
Tiny bit of COVID.
COVID. That would be amazing. But one interesting thing that did happen in the week, I find, though, is all the crazy announcements from the DCU camp. Did you hear? I'm assuming you heard about the news.
I heard about some of it. I didn't go through everything, but I was just seeing, I was just kind of looking over the fence, oh, that's going on. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, they confirmed the movies that were going to be continued and the shows that were going to be continued, and then they also named some TV shows. If you give me 1 sec, I know I have this.
I saw something with Zachary Levi or something like that, and some drama, and then I saw maybe a joke post about him being replaced, and I'm like, really?
No. What I do know, or what I remember, is that they're keeping right now in the lineup. They're keeping Shazam. They're keeping Flash. They're keeping.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because Flash, from my understanding, seems to be the how would you call it? The Anchor? Reboot. They literally say they're going to reboot it. Like they're going. James Gunn outright said that Flash is a way that we could reboot the whole thing. You know what I mean? So I know those are there. I want to say, whatchamacalls it? The second Aquaman, I think, is remaining. Yeah. Because there was a question to Gunn at one point in one of the many interviews, and he's like, we're not against people coming back, but it's it's obviously gonna have to make sense with what we're doing in the future of who we're casting. And he used that as a segue to explain why Henry Cavill wasn't going to be their Superman type thing at a high level. And you're like, okay, sure, whatever. But the new additions would be one is Superman Legacy, which I believe is going to be a more upbringing the more probably a bit more granular, him being young to older type movie. Okay. Not too sure. There's the Authority, which I'm not too familiar with, but it's a Wildstorm. It was published underneath Wildstorm.
Okay, there's Wildstorm. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Finally bringing in something different.
I'm excited for that.
Then there's Brave and the Bold, which will be Bruce and Damian. Confirmed that's Damian as Robin, which would be interesting.
Is it confirmed that it's Bruce?
They really don't want to.
They confirmed that it's Bruce. Hold on.
I was gonna say they really don't want to do Dick Grayson.
They say father and son, but I always say the twist could potentially be that that's what they're saying now. But they're insinuating that would be father and son.
They're just jumping right over.
Oh, they have to. Well, it's because at this point in time, you have to probably touch base with the people with today's thing. The only thing that sucks about that is I find it'd be nice if they did some Chronicle movies later to be there was the Robins, and there's 3 movies that are all the other 2 Robin. You could have a Robins movie where the first one is Dick, the second one is Jason, and the third one is Tim, and just Chronicle movies of them.
Well, what stories are we telling that we need to tell?
Well, that's the thing. It depends on which because if they let's say they bring in Nightwing, then it could just be a segue of all the things that you need to know of why he became Nightwing. Because you could have an origins Robin, the first one being, let's say, Dick Grayson. It could be okay, sure, it's him being crowned Robin at the beginning, let's say. But then the progression of the movie is how he eventually breaks off into being Nightwing.
I feel Brave and the Bold is a good way to go because, yes, despite we could want a story of him becoming Nightwing, or we could want a Tim Drake story or Jason Todd story. If you think about it, we've gotten a story of all of that in some sort of media.
True. Well,
Animation's covered most of that.
Yeah.
True.
And you're not really beating Bruce Timm. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. So Brave and the Bold is the only thing that hasn't been touched, really, except for that one Batman movie where Batman died and Dick took over, but that was really kind of Yeah. And that was old DC animation. But yeah, they could go ahead and do this. No. I hear you though.
Yeah. But like, you know,
who knows? We might get legacy stuff back, and someone.
But also at the same time, I'm just happy that there's going to be like a hopefully a good Robin movie, because like, what was his name? The one from Forever and
Chris O'Donnell wasn't terrible.
He wasn't terrible, but it's like it wasn't a real Robin story. Like don't get me wrong, they still did the origin story relatively correct, but like, you know, replaced whichever the mobster is with Two-Face there.
But say what you want about that movie, but you take away Two-Face from that Batman Forever movie, and that's a solid Riddler story.
It's a solid everything for. Well, no, sorry, it's not solid. Even with the Two-Face, it's an okay story of how he became Two-Face. It's just Tommy Lee Jones kind of made him a little.
That's why you got to take away him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't we take out Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, put back in Billy D. Williams, and watch him go crazy. Just watch him just be wild and crazy, just over the top. I never got to see Billy D. Williams do that. He's always, I'm Billy D. Williams. I'm very smooth. I want to see him just like, you know?
Want to see Wild Man Billy D?
Yeah, man. Like that's what he signed up for. He signed up for 3 Batman movies, and they were like, okay, we're not gonna do your story yet, but you're Harvey Dent. In the first one, you're Harvey Dent. Okay, cool. I know what I'm gonna happen. And then third one happens without Tim Burton and without Michael Keaton. So like they were like a package deal, I guess. Like, oh, if he's not done, I'm doing it. And then it's like, but what about me? And then they're like, well, we're just gonna recast everybody.
Did he get paid?
Huh?
Did he get paid?
I'm pretty sure he got paid. I'm sure they bought him out of his contract. But
did the people laugh? Did you get paid? Then tell
like he signed up knowing what was going to happen to that character.
Yeah.
But and then they also added Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. That's pretty sick. Swamp Thing, which should be interesting considering that they did a successful. Well, I thought they did a successful first season of Swamp Thing.
Who's the director on that? Barabon isn't the guy that did Walking Dead, the beginning of Walking Dead.
I know that James Mangold.
Excuse me. That's it.
Yeah, James Mangold. He's like in talks. He's not official, but he's in talks with it. So, but like he's supposed to be writer director. So I think it'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, he's pretty solid.
He
did Logan, right?
Oh, you'd have to IMDb that shit. I'm not that good.
He did. I'm pretty sure he did the Wolverine and Logan. James, hold on a second. Computer enhance.
Logan, Missouri. God damn it!
Imagine.
So that's what I got. I got
really?
Logan Mo, and it got Logan, Missouri.
So he did. He did Copland. I have that. I still need to watch it. He did 3:10 to
You mean
Yuma.
the Sylvester Stallone movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I enjoyed that movie.
I like this guy. He did
Wolverine, the Wolverine, Ford and Ferrari, Logan, and the new Indiana Jones movie that's supposed to be coming out. Indiana Jones.
That's not a bad repertoire.
Oh, he did Night and Day. The Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz movie.
Never saw it.
Vanilla Sky?
No.
It's
a comedy.
The comedy where he's like a spy and she's just like a normal person and he just keeps popping up and she's like, what the hell? And just all this crazy stuff is going on.
I'm sorry, you said Tom Cruise and
yeah, I know. No, you're right. But no, the one after.
Then they also have those are movies, but for TV, TV is some of the stuff I'm more interested in. But there's Creature Commandos. Which is like kind of what seems to be like a monster squad of the Suicide Squad ran by Amanda Waller. Waller is getting her own series, which sounds pretty ridiculous.
I bet you that's going to be a comedy, and it's going to be like 110. Okay, I'll put money on this. That will be a mockumentary style Like how they do The Office and Parks and Rec, it'll be like that.
Put
him
no, how long into the series will Waller roll her eyes so hard she falls asleep? Just, oh my god, I'm surrounded by idiots. How are we even getting anything?
That's exactly why I feel like it'll be a show like that, because she's gonna have to deal with so many stupid people around her while doing shady stuff. It'll have like a serious funny element to it.
Booster Gold, which I am stupid down for. I think
needs money because someone called it on this show.
What's his name? Doc? I think Doc.
I think it was Doc. Doc definitely deserves a
Doc.
I'm pretty sure I won a on our when we did the That's Canon, we had that judgment call thing where it's like you went toe to toe with somebody, and I won a judgment call, I believe, with Booster Gold at one point. And I'm like, he's solid. You have to.
I'm excited for that.
And then Lanterns, which is apparently going to be Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
I'm more excited for that. That True Detective Lanterns. I can't for that more.
Stupid down.
Finally, Jon Stewart. Finally, Jesus, took forever.
Yeah, I would have done.
It's going to be murder mystery style, like True Detective. Some lanterns be dying. That's what they're going to be like. Okay,
but you know what's crazy though? I think if it was Guy Gardner and John, would have been a better.
Why do you keep pushing that dude, man?
Because they would have been their characters are better contrast. I'm being serious. No. In the comics, they're good.
I kind of agree. I kind of agree with Merc. You want an asshole.
I feel
you. A guy that's not an asshole.
They're the original odd couple of the Green Lanterns.
You're talking about Hal Jordan, the guy who goes crazy and kills a bunch of people. Come on.
He doesn't go crazy. A thing takes over his body, and that shit goes all crazy.
Well, you want Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner, or you want Guy Gardner and Jon Stewart?
Yeah,
Guy Gardner Stewart.
Jon Stewart. Yeah, because in the comic books, when they're paired, they're always very contrast. Exactly, right? They're like, because one is more, because literally one is more structured because he was an architect / militant commando, and the other one was like a roughneck cop. They had very different backgrounds.
I'll tell you right now that they're not going to just scheme over and forget about the whole paradox situation with Hal Buddy. So
for sure, the fact that they're saying they're trying to uncover a dark secret or whatever.
Exactly. Hey, who did all this?
There it is. There it is. That's the dark secret. The paradox.
Yeah, right away. I thought the same.
Technical coming out of
parallax. The only thing I hope that for this show, I do hope that they do show interactions with other lanterns. Like technically, you should see the other human lanterns at one point in time in the show, considering that who you're talking to.
Well, you got to have your Kilowog, the chicken head guy.
Yeah. What's her name? Alicia or something?
The one with the straight tattoo on her face. One.
Oh, that's that's Sinestro's daughter.
What? With the slick back hair.
Yeah, black hair and pink skin. No. The one you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's Sinestro's daughter. Her name escapes me at the moment.
Sinestro?
Yeah, there's a lot of lanterns that I hope show up. But then again, like, who's to say they're going to be on Oa? I do hope they go to Oa. If they don't go to Oa, it's kind of dumb. But
they're not going to just stay on Earth and be like,
Well, no, it can't be Earth. They have to
watch me.
With how they're described, with how the description is. It has to be like, universal galaxy styles.
Bottle episode Earth.
Yeah. But what is happening on Earth is Paradise Lost, which is the Themyscira movie TV show. So again, like, a lot of potential in this. This was like the first mic drop DC has done in a really long time that actually got attention.
Wouldn't call it a mic drop.
I would call it an actual plan.
Hey, look, what I mean,
I actually know what we're doing. We know where we're going.
Having a plan isn't a mic drop. Like, what?
That's not a mic drop.
It is.
The amount of
we're not idiots. Boom.
The amount of times they've gone through new management, rip down the plan if there even was one, put back a new plan. New management gone, rip down that plan, put back another one. It's written in crayon.
And DC's like that boyfriend who keeps telling you gonna change and he never does. Hey, baby, I'm gonna change. Watch me this time. I'm actually gonna give him a chance this time.
If he's already an adult, and he hasn't changed yet. You haven't seen any chance of him like, hey, I'm gonna learn something different. I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna try. He ain't changing. He ain't. That's it. That's done. It's a wrap. Pack up, take your ball and go home. There's nothing in that list with Supermax, the thing I keep bringing up over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
That's my where's my elephant? That's my where's my elephant?
Where's my elephant?
Where's my Supermax? We already know about Green Arrow. Where's my Supermax?
Yep.
Put him in prison with all the other people he put in there. Yep. Was that a prison break with him? Where's my elephant?
Where's my elephant?
You have the script. Where is my elephant? Just make it.
You have the script.
The script is floating around out there in Hollywood. Just make it.
Where's my elephant?
Actually, I'm with you, Wendell. Listen, if y'all gonna make Cocaine Bear, where's his elephant? For real? Like, how are we not making?
And Cocaine Bear wasn't even that wild. You ever read the real story?
No.
The actual bear died. Like, he died off of cocaine, man. He didn't cause ruckus. None of that.
Where's his elephant?
I think the more interesting part of Cocaine Bear, of the actual story, is that they found the bear. I think they stuffed him. They taxidermed him, and then it started bouncing around from people to people, selling them. Or like, I don't want him. And, I kind of want him. Oh, I bought it. So that's the
you don't want him. This is the Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, but he's just a regular bear now.
Just a regular bear now.
A regular ass bear now. Whoops. Oh man.
Oh gosh.
So,
you people.
But
you guys wanted to talk about.
Yeah. This movie had me at the first teaser trailer.
I saw it and I was like, oh look, Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy, and I did not know anything about Kenya Barris directing this or have anything involved with this. I'm like, cool. This is another Eddie Murphy movie that he has a part of his contract with Netflix. Cool. This might be a winger or a stinger. Let's go.
Winger or stinger.
Watch this movie. And I don't know how are those his tattoos? Did Jonah grow up? What happened to this man?
Yeah, of course those are his tattoos.
Those are his tattoos. Wow.
I want to say I'm fairly certain those are his tattoos. I could be completely off and wrong.
I've grown to see Jonah Hill turn from the super awkward looking kid to I could possibly hang with him. And he might rob me. Just because. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, there's tattoos. I just typed in Jonah Hill, and there's like a picture of him not in the movie, with his arms up, and it's rolled down to his elbow.
God, we are the same age, so that even makes me feel worse. He's doing really good for himself. The movie is good. I liked it. He is persona, the character he played. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought his it was believable. Him being the whole for the culture thing. Everything that was cringy for a reason in this movie.
Yes.
And that's why I gave it respect in the end, because a lot of it, like, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, man.
Oh, she was great.
I love how she goes from Marvel to this, and then in this, she's just like the most like ew white lady, and not like it's just like the most
ew white.
It's just like man, why? Like, why you had to say that? And it's for a reason. And I'm like, watching the film twice.
Oh, you've
and then realizing that Kenya did it. I'm like, okay, I get it now. David Duchovny with his exhibit shit. Wow. Like, not as cringy as Mom's, but
I thought it was a little bit cringy just because he even brought it up at the wedding rehearsal, the dinner wedding rehearsal. It was part of his speech to do a book report on exhibit, to do like a little mini biography. But like, then what also, are you doing, man?
On the black side, Akbar was extra. Where I was like, and that was by purpose
for no reason.
For no reason. Her bridesmaids, when Bob's rolled up, she was like, "Who is this white lady?" No one's reading anybody like that. That is nuts. Rude.
That's very rude, because I'm just like, did you
You have to
get married to a white guy, right?
In the
like
city
you
that
know
girl
that.
Is, yeah, but like Jaws, you got to pinpoint where in the city that girl is from. If that was from here, to see who would actually bring, because no one's doing that. If you're from Golden Age, you have way more manners than that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say from West, maybe. I don't know about East because I don't go over there. I don't go.
You don't go East Coast?
No, I mean East End. Where you're
at?
Oh,
okay.
I don't. But East Coast girls, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of rude is nuts.
Yeah, that's I was like you know her husband's white.
However, for reasons to believe, I believe that actually probably does happen down there in the States where it's like more segregated and there's no real interaction. So you kind of would be like who's this white lady?
Yeah, like I know my godmother had told me that like her cousins in New York, like when they come here and we have like smoked turkey and smoked this and stuff, and we pull them from bits and pieces from all over the island. We got this from the Jewish area, we got this from the Filipino people, and they're like, whoa, what's this? It's like, oh, you have like Jewish people in New York. How do you not have this? And they're like, oh, we don't just wander over there. we don't just wander and like, oh, let me try. Like, you just don't. Like, you don't just.
There is not a lot of wandering. Yeah, I realize in the States they don't be like just going in different communities and such. What up, Darth? How you doing, Buzz? Yeah, I don't know. This movie out of 10, I give it a 7 for the forced lesson that obviously it's giving everyone, and the message that it's trying to push.
Yeah,
I love it. It was cool. There were some funny points, not more cringy than funny. I love the basketball scene. The barbershop was nuts.
I didn't like the fact that he didn't resolve the barbershop.
Right.
It felt like it was going somewhere. It felt like Jonah was going to do something, and then they're like, nope, moving right along. And I'm like, what?
Moving on.
Like, wait, what? Like, that's it? He's just gonna Jonah's gonna believe his future father-in-law that this weird prison thing that he's going on a tangent about? Like, I don't believe that. And then I thought he had a more messed up shirt underneath, aside from the color, right? And that didn't go anywhere.
Didn't go anywhere, no.
I
feel like they
wish
pulled back on that a bit.
I wish when Akbar's brother checked him, they actually had examples.
Yes.
Like more actual descriptive examples of how wild he was before he changed.
I wanted more Deion Cole.
Before he converted.
I wanted more Deion Cole.
Oh, you want?
That was too brief for me. It was good. It was so.
Deion Cole comes up as a party planner, and then and his suggestion is to have a theme. Like, there's both of the party planners' suggestions to have a themed party, but his suggestions to have a Tron themed party.
Yeah,
and
he only got 32 Trons.
He only got a limited amount of suits, and if you're not there on time, then you don't get a suit.
So you basically just look all funky while the room's all glowing like Tron.
And then you have to be the right weight, because I'm assuming you're like a one size fits all, and if you're too big, you can't get in that.
I remember that. Oh man, that was so good. That was good. See, I needed more of that. Not enough of that.
So I like the film, but I do feel like the ending. I feel like it was wrapped up really nice.
The ending was too nice package.
There was two problems with the ending. The fact that the parents learned a lesson and apologize for their discretions, for their messed upness. I'm like, that ain't happening in real life.
Yeah, no.
Parents ain't apologize.
Old parents at all? Nothing.
They ain't learning nothing. I'm like, that ain't happening in real life.
Admitting wrong. Ha!
And
that's their right to not do that.
And I wish the couple actually turned to them and said, like, hey, it's been 3 months and we're still trying to, we still kind of like each other, but it's been 3 months. Like, we got to rebuild from scratch now because you messed up everything.
Turn around and be like, oh wow, 2 in the afternoon, let's get married. How'd all our friends get here? Wow, you guys all got all those phone numbers, eh? You just responded to those texts. Cool.
I was talking about it with my girl, and she was like, yeah, that ending was not realistic. And I was like, I mean, it's either you want a happy ending. She's like, yeah, I understand that. But I was like, okay, well, look at it this way. Look at Get Out. There's 2 endings.
What?
Yeah, they filmed 2 endings. Okay. So there's the ending at the end where the TSA guy comes and saves the day, and it's like, oh, it's a good ending, and they get away and everything. And the real ending where you see the main character straight up in jail, and his friend comes to see him, and he's like, dude, I could like get a lawyer, I could get you out. He's like, no, man, I killed the family. They're not hurting anybody else. It's okay. It's over. It's over. And he's like, but no. And he's like, no. And then he just hangs up the phone. It's like, dude. And he just gets up and he goes back to his cell, and that's it. That's the actual ending of the movie for Get Out. And Peele said, we screened that, and everyone was like, that's way too depressing. we know that's what would happen. Every black person's like, we know that's what happened. We don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that. Yeah, you're right.
It was a vote.
I need a little from their vote that they're not going to jail me. Listen, come on.
Because the way where it cuts is where you see the blue and red lights flashing, and he gets on his knees and he puts his hands up. So the cut is there where it turns out it's the TSA guy comes out, and then the other ending is I think the police come out and arrest him. So if you want to be depressed, so I mean, like, again, that movie could have ended another way. I mean, you people could have ended another way, but they tried to make it a little bit more levity.
I thought they were going to stick to it, be like, oh yeah, word, they broke up over the parents, word,
yeah, because
wow.
I thought they were going to go that way, because in their podcast, the girl says that white people and black people can never like really reconcile at all. And so I thought you drop that, and I thought that's where the movie was going to go, in that direction. But then apparently, no.
That sucks. That would have sucked
wrong since 1985 over here. Beds.
But I liked their banter. I liked Jonah and
the podcast banter was good.
Yeah, the podcast banter was really, really good. Sam J, Mo, aka Mo. I liked their banter. I
didn't believe the whole Vegas cocaine thing. I was like, you're not gonna Sam J is not gonna be your friend. You doing that much cocaine? Stop it.
I like that we saw Rhea Perlman in there. Yeah. Elliot Gould was in there. There's a lot of character actors just popping up. Hey, yo, hey, what's up? Yo, like somebody was either calling favors or people wanted to be a part of this production.
Calling favors.
Just a lot of like, oh, I know that person. Oh, I know that person. Oh, I remember that part. Like a lot of that was happening in this movie too. And what's his name? Jason. What's his name? Schwab. Yeah. Schwab. Dude admits that he was there at the Capitol.
Yeah, that was nuts. That idiot. Yeah, so I was at the Capitol. Whatever. I stormed the Capitol.
Schwab, I need you to say something wild. All right, I got this. Don't worry.
Yeah, man. I got this.
I enjoyed the movie. I think a 7 is good. I think it's a good watch. Very funny. Cringy because that stuff is cringy. Sometimes you're dealing with families that haven't interacted with other people before. The beginning was really good when they're at the synagogue, and him and his sister like going back and forth.
Yeah,
and he implies, he implies that the sister and the rabbi,
and the rabbi are up to no good. Yeah, man. He's like, what were you doing with the rabbi?
Why are the rabbi in the car together? Like, what do you do? Do you listen to music or do you just like talk a lot? I'm like, oh,
yeah. Hey, you.
And he's in temple with freaking Nikes on, and he just arms rolled up with his tattoos. I'm like, what do you do? Hey, forgets his kippah. What is wrong with this guy?
He don't play. That's what's wrong with that guy.
Yo, man, that's a different culture shock. Because I mean, like, imagine you were getting dragged to church with your parents. You know what you gotta wear. You know what you gotta cover up.
Yeah. Especially if you got the big
don't
old
know the
tattoo,
words, you're gonna grab the book and try to figure out the words and kind of jump in when you can.
That's funny. That's super funny.
It was funny. I liked it. Was and then the orthodontist. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. He's in trouble. What do you mean he's in trouble? He's in super big trouble.
Well, just leave it at that. Just an orthodontist.
Just the orthodontist.
You're like, wait,
it's a quick hit. It's in there, and it's so that was. I forgot about that one. See, that's what I feel. I feel like a lot of the quick hitters and the good stuff was at the beginning. So the first half, I guess, first act, because I'm trying to figure out where movies break down their acts when people say by the third act it was man. So I guess this was the first act, right before he meets the girl,
right,
killing him. Funny, and then
interacting with his boss.
Yeah, and then
so awkward.
Yo, that was great. Hey, man.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, just killing it. And then he meets her, that's kind of where I kind of tuned in on the Friday. So Saturday when we rewatched it, I was like, oh wow, it started off like this because it got really dill pickle around this point, and then you got all that cringe in there, and I'm just like, what am I watching, man? I'm like, God damn, I'm only watching this for Laura London. This shit is bullshit, man. God damn it. Oh look, Dianco. Woo! Oh, he's on. Damn. All right, cool. Yep.
Freaking
Eddie
David
Murphy acting
Duchovny
like
singing
a
Ordinary
acting like a
People.
real crazy person. Yep. Oh, he's crashing the bachelor party. Wow, look at that. Damn, hooray, Mike Epps. Yes. Oh shit, they broke up. Okay. We're gonna go like that. And then you're like, yeah, this is a great. Yeah. It could have if it kept the first act's groove. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you feel very conflicted.
I'm conflicted. That's why I gave it a 7 on 10 because I rewatched it the second time, saw that first act, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. But if you had just second act on this movie,
it's supposed to be tackling the issues, Skinny. I don't know. I never
it is tackling the issues, but it doesn't sprinkle them. It goes funny issues, serious pain, funny pain, ending. That's what this movie does. Like, I'm sorry.
How did you feel?
I just want that to be the name of the episode. Pain?
Did you feel that like Jonah Hill was not keeping up with Eddie, but like pretty on like
he was probably funnier than Eddie. I didn't get many ha motherfuckers out of Eddie this movie. I didn't get many chuckles out of Eddie. I was just like, why are you being like you're a dick and you're doing it really well? I don't like this Eddie. Ew. I miss the old Murphy. I don't
think this was his really. Maybe he helped produce it, but I don't think this was his his movie where he's like shining and doing his thing.
Like Taco, her brother, was funnier than Eddie in this movie. Eddie Taco's from Odd Future. Like he's a musician.
Eddie is like beat by a guy named Taco.
Yeah, he's his name was Taco in Odd Future. I don't know his real name, but he's on Dave, and he was in this movie basically playing the same character, but he's like wild funny, and he's funnier than Eddie. A lot of people are funnier than Eddie in this movie. Like Mike Epps killed him. Mike Epps killed him. And he's gonna ask him for money.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her what I asked you. Don't tell her I asked you.
What was it? $5,000? Okay. How much money was it? It was crazy. Oh man, yeah. You people. Great. Did they say you people at any point in the film?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I think that's good. I think
Flashback to grade 8, where my friends, shouts to you, David Faubert, at the time, my best friend and his girlfriend and I were going to some sort of Carafest thing with my mom's going downtown. So, and I was showing the people the culture back then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So moms of the girl calls my house. And at the time we had them things called answering machines, children.
Oh no.
So she leaves a message. And this girl goes, hi, this is, and I believe I heard from what Kathleen told me that you people were going to some Fiesta thing. True story. My mom flipped. My mom got mad over the you people. She's like, what do you mean you people? Like she didn't respond, but she was like, "That's rude. Why would you say you people? What kind of thing is it to say? Call people you people. You know our names. We're the Robert. You know." I was like, "Oh, mom. Oh no."
Was it Taco guy's name is Travis Bennett. His actual name. His character's name is Omar. Always good to see Nia Long. Felt a little bit weird that Nia Long is Eddie Murphy's wife. Like,
I'm like, that's not happening. Fuck Stop it, Eddie.
Remember when Nia Long was dating Will Smith back in the day in the TV show?
Yeah.
And then what's his name? In Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man.
Yes.
No, wrong movie.
No.
Best Man, the Best Man.
That's where she's from or was in. You know who this is why I feel like Eddie Murphy was playing a role in this film that homeboy who does the voice for Goliath and should have been playing, who he basically played in Atlanta.
Keith David.
Keith David should have been Akbar. That is more believable, and he did the same thing in ATL.
When he's in the Riddick movies, he actually came from a planet that was like a planet of like it was like the
5%ers.
It was like the Muslim planet. It was like the Islam planet, like the whole planet. And then like I think it was in the second the Chronicles of Riddick 2, he actually goes to see him at that planet. He's like, all right, cool, peace out. And it's like they pan out and the planet looks like it's going well, it's doing everything. And I'm like, oh shoot, he lived.
Nice. So Dave, what you got?
I saw Bad Batch season 2 so far. That's what I've been watching recently. It's been pretty solid. They have 6 episodes out. Last season was like the story arc of like them avoiding Order 66, the clones, and then ultimately one of them defects and goes back to the Empire and whatnot. This season I found it to be a bit more, not so structured, but the stories are still fun. Like, I find it more like an adventure tale, although there was an episode that was purely for Crosshair. Crosshair is the one that defected. There was a specific episode of him, because in the last episode of last season, he had to help the other clones in order for him to survive. And they're like, do you want to come back? He's like, no, screw you guys. I'm going to do my own thing. So it was like him being brought back into the fold, and he's being commanded by Captain Cody at that point in time. So like, oh shit. So it's like, you're tying it back to Clone Wars, and, Captain Cody was a pretty big thing there.
It was Cody. I don't
Commander Cody?
Oh, Commander Cody. We'll look this person up. Continue.
He was basically like the clone, like he was like
the
clone general that was always with Anakin and Ben Kenobi.
Him, yes.
Like he was like always there, like number one guy type thing.
Right.
And he's starting to lead Crosshair, and by the end of the episode, he becomes like MIA, which they insinuate that he either Cody either woke up from like the Order 66 programming, and he escaped, or B, he did that and they killed him. It's more implied that he got away, but it was still pretty good. I watched today's episode, which was them like the crew finding like I guess you'd call it he's not really a youngling, like a young like Wookiee that so happened to be a Jedi like on the run.
Oh shoot!
And they're bringing him back to like oh man, I forgot the name of the planet. The thing is to bring him back to like his home world and whatnot.
Right.
Again, very solid episode. I'm not trying to spoil too much with what I'm saying, but so far it's been like a relatively solid season, like in the regards to like entertainment. But like one thing that is lacking a little is like, what am I watching the season for? You know what I mean? Like in the sense of like, don't get me wrong, it's okay to have like maybe like it's almost like season 1 had the story arc that you would expect like a season 2 in regards to being in depth, and because season 1 couldn't have just like a jolly fun season, so far that's what this season's been more or less about. Like,
is it going to be the same amount of episodes?
I know this season has 16, which is like technically a third has been released so far, so like they have plenty of time to like go down and make throw the snowball down the hill type thing. But the animation's gotten a bit better, which was like, not to say like it's always been good animation, but you could tell the tweaks, which has always been fun to see,
Right.
Yeah, other than that, no, it's been a relatively solid season, I would say, so far. Hopefully, though, I hope they get to something like more directional, because I could see this not lasting long if it's just going to be this type of stuff, so to speak.
So to speak.
Okay. Because like when you're watching like in comparison, and mind you, this show has like a lot to. Like it's following Clone Wars and Rebels, right? Which were story arcs that had very much a direction. This is like its own side thing. So see how long it works. But like so far so good. Another thing that I watched, I'm not sure, I think you guys may have talked about it a bit last week, was I saw another That 90s show. Did you guys see that?
No, not yet.
I watched it, and
all I'll say is this. I don't know about you, but I found that it was maybe being a bit too much dedication to like the old. Like I found the first episode of the season to be like too similar to the original episode. You know what I mean?
They definitely are borrowing plots.
Yeah. Like there's a lot like because like some like especially the first episode of the first season like there's some dialogue. I'm like they said the exact same thing in the first one. Like this is the exact same joke.
It's probably like the idea to get people to come back or watch it with their. I don't know, but yeah. I didn't know the show ended so early. Like I thought this thing was like they're like, oh yeah, it ended like over 10 years ago. I'm like, what are you talking about? It apparently did.
Oh yeah. It's been a while.
I didn't know.
Like the fact that Ashton Kutcher married Demi Moore, divorced her, and then what's her name? Mila Kunis,
and then managed to have 2 kids with her.
With somebody else. They got divorced. Then they got together after all those years, 10 years.
Yeah.
What's it called? I did find though that the girl who played Eric Foreman's daughter did a pretty good job of like, I could see how you're Eric and Donna's kid. Like that's one thing I'll give. I was like, you were very believable as like a young Foreman type thing.
Hold on, because the next door neighbor, not her brother, but herself, who moved into Donna's house, worst character of the show.
Yeah,
she overacts. She's super annoying. Like I cannot stand her. Like, and there's no reason for that person to even be on the show. They just replace her next season, and I would totally be down with them keeping the character, but just like replacing her.
Oh, Gwen
needs to go away. I'm not down.
Oh, Gwen is so annoying. That's the smart. Sucks. That's like the smart girl, like the Jackie but smart. Basically.
Nah, Nikki's the Jackie but smart. She's with hold on. She's with Gwen's brother. There and then
I was mixing up the names. No, you're right. So
Jay Kelso, he's okay, but like whatever. Fez needs to just not be on the show.
That I found funny that you it's like I don't want to be mean, but I felt when I was watching, I'm like, I feel like I've seen everyone else who's done a cameo do more than this show.
Yeah.
Except for Fez.
For Wilmer, Wilmer.
Because like Red and Kitty, it's like this was their already their career. I don't want to say their career peak, but like,
this was already their retirement. So
that 70s show was supposed to be their retirement fun. You know what I mean? Like the fact that they're coming back for this, but
no, he has some show like FBI or NCIS or some kind of stupidness. I don't know.
He was on one of those?
No, he was just in Encanto. What am I talking about, man?
If you look up the actor if you look up the actor that plays Red Foreman and you look at all of his stuff that he's done, you'd be
he's
like,
in a massive.
He was RoboCop, and then he was in Cliffhanger, and then he was that was Lithgow. Who was
no, that was Lithgow. Lithgow killed it in Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
What? He was in Rambo 3.
Okay, that's us.
Flashpoint. He's in Staying Alive. He was a choreographer.
So the character of Nate. They already did this thing that bothered me this season is that they already did the whole like the Hyde character falling in love with the Donna character, which in this case is basically what's her name? The new Foreman kid.
Yeah.
And then it's like, weird. No, don't do that so early. Strange. Ozzy, best character. That's it. Hands down.
Ozzy, you think Ozzy's the best character?
Ozzy's the best character, hands down. He saves the show. That kid was not on the show. He carries a lot of the jokes. Is this his attitude? He makes it not so 90s focused. Whereas Gwen is like pointing out that it's 90s, and you're like, yo, it's 1995. No one's talking like this. Actually, maybe in some nowhere town in Wisconsin, probably, but no one's talking like this. And
I have a question. Did they bring up Hyde at all, or just Hyde's just banished completely?
Nothing.
No, completely banished. Like literally every single character
makes an appearance
brought back in some shape. Even what's his name? What was the stoner guy?
Leo.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo was brought back numerous times.
Yeah, he's back.
He's still alive.
Yes.
Yeah,
his character's still alive from the 70s till now.
Kicking it, man. Doing his thing.
Yeah.
No, I still at the photo hut.
No, he's just random.
Yeah,
one thing though I found a little bit, and maybe it's because when we were kids, maybe it's because we were naive when we were kids when watching it, but I found this version of the show to be very, very like, here's pot.
Yeah,
here's
listen,
pot.
These kids, the parents are just like, oh, here's his bag.
Like, dude, weed. Like, calm.
And then the parents are just giving him like this old thing, go into father's garage and and the kids are just nothing about smoking weed. Whereas in that 70s show, they actually like, I think they were more or less trying to score beer.
They were scoring beer, but it was more overt that they were getting beer. It's like, oh, we got a keg. I tapped the keg. Like,
yeah, whenever they did the sessions,
you
knew what the sessions were, but it wasn't like overtly alluded to.
Yeah.
This one, it's like broad day, 2 PM, niggas smoking.
Or just like, what do we
do in the 90s?
Like, we just got the bag. What do we do now? And like, boom, boom. Like every time. Whereas like in the original one, it was just like, we're just gonna segue. What do you want to segue to? Let's do 2 minutes of them doing that. Because we don't have a good segue, and they do that, and then you just go on to whatever. Then it was like having like a mini ep. Like, you know, when you used to watch
episode season, they do the weed session circle thing at least once an episode, maybe sometimes twice.
Yeah, straight up. If not, I think there's even one where they almost do it. I think they may have done it 3 times. Like the one with the like them getting their original stash. I think they did 3 times.
They lose the stash at one point, and then they had to get it from Red's jacket, and then they're like, at one point it's such a big deal because they're like, oh no, how are we gonna get it from the jacket? And then the smart girl is just like, just go get the weed from the jacket, and then like they get it, no problem. Like, why we spend 10 minutes on that? Yeah, because there's definitely some ups and like some serious lows.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. This is
the one Netflix show, and I hope they give it a cut for the second season because I'm not trying to see this again.
That's the thing that's hilarious. I agree with that sentiment that this is the first show that they confirm that there's 2 seasons.
Of course, they're going to leave to give it 2.
I mean, they've done that for other shows. They did that for Inside Job, and they said, nope. We gotta. They said, nope. We gotta. We're looking at our books, and it looks like we're making too much money. Cancel the show. There we go. We're in the green.
We're in the board. Yeah, gotta go. All right.
So silly, but no, I think it's cool. I just wonder if the next season's gonna be like what? It's gonna be the next summer. That's kind of like.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
unless she finds a way. No, man, Foreman's gonna end up moving back there or some kind of stupidness.
Well, that's the thing. Like in my brain, I'm like, the only way this show really works as a second season is if the second season you see them like it's been like a week or 2 or whatever of school, and they're like, oh, it sucks that she's not here, and then she just shows up like, hey, yeah, I got to transfer. I'm gonna live with my grandparents instead of my parents because whatever
America.
Reasons.
Yeah, reasons. Hey, what parents are really just being like, listen, our kid wants to go to school in this town because of their friends, so we're gonna just dump that whole load of raising our teenager ourselves on you, and we'll come in
surprised.
Yeah, and it's out of character based off of what you saw so far of Foreman and Donna's parenting, because they were already having difficulty letting her stay the summer.
Yeah, so it wouldn't make sense for them to be like, oh yeah, you could just go to school here now. We'll just send money or whatever.
One thing though I found hilarious, like the whole like Foreman's a freaking like university teacher about the religion of the Jedi or whatever. I was
that wasn't a thing.
This is Futurama type comedy.
Yeah, he names her Leia. I actually find that quite annoying. That
I found that to be quite appropriate though.
Yeah, yes, if he could sneak it in, why not?
Super annoying.
I can see that.
Oh, you guys
like if it was his son, he would have had to have been named Luke. You know what I mean?
It's true.
I mean, they're not those both of those names aren't like too out there.
No,
you know what I mean.
But I was just like, you did that.
So like they named him Darth or Maul.
Until that actual,
if they would have named him Han, like
I forgot Foreman was that big of a Star Wars nerd.
Oh, he was.
That's why I forgot until her name's Leia. I was like, oh no, it's coming back.
Why does Eric like this? Eric's a dumbass. Star blows up. Oh, why does Eric like this? Eric's a dumbass.
Oh. Not enough dumbass mentions. Very little dumbass mentions.
Yeah, I guess they were also trying to like. I don't know if do you think it's because I don't. Did he even say dumbass? Now I think about it.
I thought in the trailer. No, why are you letting them back into the basement? We got rid of all the dumbasses.
Yeah, that was that one.
Yeah, but he doesn't like overtly call them dumbasses. But I think that's probably because by the time in the 90s, you couldn't just insult children to their face.
Red's super soft now, basically.
I mean, I would have assumed that it's like
soft.
I would assume that, you know, he's like, I'm not gonna call my grandkids friends dumbasses. They're not really my kids.
I would.
Like they're not. You know what I mean? Like that, like they're not that close, and he doesn't know any of them. everybody else was like, oh yeah, you're my neighbor and that's you and your dad owns this and that, like he kind of knows who most of those kids are. And like Fez was an exchange student, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So like, I don't think he's going to be like he's going to call randos that are like 2 generations below him dumbasses like that. I think I think Red's got a little bit more tact than we give him.
Nah.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I would say so. Nah. You would be surprised, like you would see, like you would meet some like some like, you know, grandparent age people, and you're like, oh man, they look so hardcore and so mean, and then like little kids come by and like, oh hey, you know, you haven't ruined your life yet. I'm gonna be nice to you. You're not a jerk yet. Hey, come here. Let me show you. You know, let me tell you about this, that. But like, as soon as a parent and an adult comes by, mean mugging.
Hilarious.
But again, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't
know. Yeah.
All right. Geek news and rumors.
Geek news and rumors.
Let's get it.
Who's gonna? I don't. Oh wait, hold on. Do I have it?
You should.
Oh, for the song? No, the song's not in there.
Oh,
I was making everything work so well.
No, that's Brian being fancy. Yeah, he did it. He did the song.
All right, so
news and rumors.
So we got what's it called? We got Superman and Lois is being told that they're going to get at least another 1 to 2 seasons. So they make the cut of the Snyderverse that we were. The Snyderverse. Why would I say the Snyderverse? The DCU cuts that they were doing earlier. They're going to survive.
Yay!
Which, I mean, I don't know. Do you guys watch that show? Is it really that?
Haven't watched it. I've seen an episode maybe. I mean,
yeah. Then we said it before. James Mangold is in talks to write and direct Swamp Thing, which hopefully will be. I can't wait. I just hope it's not. I hope it's one of the earlier ones of the movies that are coming out. Apparently, James Gunn says Ben Affleck wants to direct a DCU movie, and it was hinting that it was going to be Batman.
But that's what he wanted to do originally, no?
Yeah, but I don't know.
I think the whole.
And he gave it to the other guy, and then he did the Batman.
Yeah, that's what it was originally supposed to be, him and the other guy.
Yep.
And then he was like, nah, like he kind of fell out of it because everyone was just bugging him about Batman when he was promoting another movie that he wrote and direct. It's like, oh, so what's going on with Batman? And he's like, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I'm really sick and tired.
I got mad.
I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
I don't know. I don't. I mean, mind you, Ben Affleck is a pretty good director, but I'm just.
How many people here in this room have an Oscar? None. How about Ben Affleck? He's got 2. He's got Argo and he's got Good Will Hunting for writing.
You got for Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Matt Damon wrote it.
They came in with their dick swinging. They literally came through.
Favorite.
Believe it or not, I've never seen that movie in its entirety.
I haven't seen that movie, but I know that they came in, started with that, won that shit, and said, "All right, what's up?"
They were surprised that they won. I remember my favorite
fucking
Kevin
won?
Smith story was that him and Ben Affleck were hanging out, and Ben Affleck kind of smacks him on the arm. Yo, why don't you write a movie that we can like star and direct in? And Kevin Smith turns to like, oh really, Mr. Oscar winner for writing? And he's like, oh yeah, I did that. And he completely forgot that he won an Oscar for writing. Oh yeah, I do have an Oscar for writing. It's like, why do I have to write this movie? Why don't you write it?
Why doesn't he write all the movies? The guy, what the fuck is this guy doing?
He did write. I can't remember if he wrote The Town.
Did he write? Did he write Argo, or did he just produce? Did he just direct Argo?
I think he did it.
I know. There's Gone Baby Gone. There's The Town. Argo, those are all.
No, those are all pretty dope movies. Motherfucker, you couldn't write Daredevil?
No, they weren't giving him Daredevil like that.
Why not? He could have made that thing good from jump. Listen, I'm not sleeping in a tub. All right, let's just get that out of here.
He directed it. He did not write it.
Which one?
Argo.
Oh, okay.
What about The Town?
Give me a second, I'll find it.
I think you directed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have modified Daredevil a little bit. There's no way he read that script and like, yeah, this is good.
He did the screenplay for The Town.
Okay.
As well as star and direct. The Town that's a robbery movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, heist.
Is it that great?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really good.
Hawkeye gets shot up real bad with a shotgun.
I feel like there's a lot of his movies that I just never tried.
Yo, Blake Lively plays the most trashiest Boston girl. You're just like, whoa, in another dimension, maybe.
My favorite is the note he leaves in Ham's. What's his name? What's the name of that actor? Mad Men guy.
Yeah, well, Ham.
Yeah, he leaves in his note, the little note that he left. So I remember I did that to a friend of mine. I was like, "Look at your pocket," and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah, that movie's good.
And then last bit of news that I have, unless you guys want to share something else. Sorry, I'm going to say it again. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the continuation of the PS4 game. I'm blanking on the name. It was
the last.
No, the last door. Right. No, it's not the last.
It's not the Last Jedi. I know what you're talking about.
I need to figure out. So PS4 Star Wars.
Last Gen.
Jedi. All right, the Fallen Order. It's a continuation of the Fallen Order. It's getting a hard pushback to late April. I think it was supposed to come out. I think actually this month. I could be wrong. But yeah, so that's
March 17th next month. It was supposed to come out.
Yeah. So then
take your time. Make it good. Make it good. Take your time. It's fine.
Did you play the first one?
I have it, but I didn't get a chance to play it yet. But I definitely want to play it. It looks good, and I think a lot of people liked it. Definitely liked it.
I hope the biggest advancement that they could do in the new version is just to evolve your skills a bit more and make it a bit more
meaningful.
I wouldn't say meaningful. I just say like certain basic shit took a little too long to get to. You know what I mean? Like your web of abilities, I find could have been a bit bigger, and or like keep the web the same, but just make certain things like bundled and give more. Because by the time you got to like all the things that you could do, you're like, okay, this is good, and like I've played enough of the game. Like it's not like Batman where you get in the Arkham series, for example, you get enough of being Batman to be like, oh yeah, the extra stuff is just like the extra stuff that do I like this as Batman? I'll go get these extra abilities or whatever. But like this is like no. I shouldn't have to do this much just to get this thing, That would be my only real critique of that game. Because overall, I did find it was really good.
I'm glad because I like Respawn. I like that development team. They did Apex. What was it called? They did Titanfall, and then they also did another. There's another battle royale game called Apex something, but Titanfall 2 apparently is like has a really good story.
Like another thing about the Fallen Order, I'll say quickly, is like you get to go to Darth Maul's planet at one point, but it's something you're supposed to do. You could go there anytime, but like story wise, you should be going much later when you have like your abilities. But that's the only way to get like the dual lightsabers to be on that planet.
Oh,
so I did like a thing where I'm like, internet, there's got to be a hack to this. Did it right away, thing, because they're like, oh, you could do this as long as you run and literally don't touch anything. I'm like, I could do that.
The floor is lava.
Like, exactly. So I did that, got it, and I remember getting it. I'm like, because it was so limited in how you could master it in comparison to like the regular lightsaber, I'm like, I'm really happy I wasn't like waiting all the way to the end, hoping this was going to be badass and like break this game, and then like it wasn't necessarily disappointed, but it was not like getting to the third act and you finally get this game changer worthy,
right?
Apex
Legends was the other game. Thanks, Lee J.
I never got into any of those games, and I'm dying to because they're free. But I'm also like, nah, I load up this and I'm gonna get shot in the face. Like I'm not
shot in the face.
Man, I want to be Snake Eyes dead. No,
cool. Who wants to be Snake Eyes?
What do you mean who wants to be Snake Eyes?
The real version of Snake Eyes, where he's like shot through like the juggler, and that's the reason why you can't talk?
Hey,
No, like in a game where you're like the badass ninja dude who can also tactically use a gun and do things.
An
like
Uzi?
An Uzi, yeah.
Nothing's quiet about an
Uzi.
Uzi.
There's a Snake Eyes game?
No, there's a Snake Eyes in every character you ever thought of has been in Fortnite. Thor, Iron Man, and it's like you could play as them and just get brooked. And I don't really want to do that just for the sake of playing as these characters on the 3D.
Why do you suck? Headshot. Just little kids.
8-year-olds talking shit. No, I'm not really down for that.
Get good.
Get good, right? I'm not like I got good enough at Battlefield where I feel like I can hold my own, but I'm not really trying to play Fortnite and get sniped from 30 years away.
I remember I saw a random clip. I think it was probably at some kind of like invitational or something. Some black guy runs up and he's like, "Yo, anybody, I will take on anybody here. Money match, blah blah blah." And then some random like small dude comes up. You taking challengers? He's like, "Yeah." But he's like, "Wait a minute, what's your rank?" And he's like, "Prestige 5." And he's like, "Nope." He just runs the hell out. And so everyone's like, "What's the deal? What's going on?" It's like, "Oh, so like when you're good in your hood and you think you could take on people, but then you go to an actual tournament and you're fighting actual ranked people and you just get wrecked."
It's like, "Oh, I always beat my friends, the 2 friends I play with."
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm Prestige 5." Like he said something like that. Like he was some crazy ass high level. Like, nope.
No, I'm good. I'm super good.
All right. Well, I think that's it for us, gentlemen.
Yep.
That'll be the rapper.
Yeah. Do you guys have any shout-outs you want to give?
Yes. Catch me on Sundays on Chop Vision, and also catch me on IG at Action Figgy Skinny. The @ is right there. I'm doing weekly unboxings. I'm doing weekly team photos. I'm doing a lot of the working on the things. Working on my actual 2023, I guess, collection video where I'm just gonna like film it and then talk about how I got the toys that I have in here. And that should be coming soon. Jaws D, what you got?
Check out Transformers Slag on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sick. And if you want anything comic book related, go check out www.square-idea.com. And that be it. We out. Peace.